I'm going to demonstrate a running subcuticular suture technique, and this is really a suture technique that is a plastic surgeon's best friend. It's not very difficult, but the nice thing about this technique is that it uses absorbable sutures and it leaves no skin marks in terms of tattooing or railroading or suture marks or knot marks. So we're going to start at the distal end of the wound and come toward me. I'm using absorbable Vicryl suture, 5-0 for this procedure. And I'm going to begin by burying my knot. I'm going to begin in my distal wound edge margin, and I'm going to start deep. And I'm going to come out at the dermal-epidermal junction. And then I'm going to go to the other side of my wound at the dermal-epidermal junction, and I'm going to go superficial to deep. Bring all my tails out on one side. I pull my suture through. And you see that I'm deep to my dermal-epidermal junction. And then I'm going to make my surgeon's knot, and it's going to be buried deep in the subcuticular tissue. I only put 3 knots on this because I don't want to create any tissue reaction. So you can cut that right on the knot, and it's buried. So I'm going to, depending on the size of your needle, and this is a 5-0 needle, you're going to run this through the subcuticular tissue alternately on each side of the wound in kind of a serpentine fashion, taking equal bites until you get to the edge of the wound that is closest to you. So the Vicryl is a little bit difficult to see, but I'm going to start on that end, and I'm going to run that through my dermal-epidermal junction, like that. And I want to make sure that I pull that through the loops so that there's not a knot in it. And then I go to the other side at exactly the same place where I exited. Dermal-epidermal junction. Watch my suture. Pull it through. So I use this where I exited as on the other side as my point of entry. And again, dermal-epidermal junction. Nice circular or semicircular movement. And I'm going to place my next suture, my next throw right across from that. Dermal-epidermal junction. Of course, you don't want to buttonhole the epidermis. So bring that across. Right about there. You can see I have kind of a ladder pattern across my dermal-epidermal junction. See how that's coming together very nicely. And then I'm getting towards the edge of my end of my wound. So I want to make sure that my skin tension is the way I want it. And then I'm going to bury my knot. So you can see that I'm on this side of the wound. I want to enter the dermal-epidermal junction opposite that. And I want to come out deep. Let's do that again. Deep. And then I'm going to make a knot, surgeon's knot, using my loop. Surgeon's knot. Opposite side. third throw. And then we can cut that loop, because we're done with it, right on the knot. And then the very last thing I'm going to do is pull that last piece of suture through the end of the wound and cut it on the skin surface. And that'll bring that whole wound nicely together. So cutting that on the skin surface. No skin marks. Equal tension. You can put some tissue glue or steri strips over that, and there's absolutely no reason that those stitches need to come out. The reason you bury the knots is so that they don't spit out of the end of the wound, because patients don't like that, and it can cause increased scarring. That's a running subcuticular suture.